beautiful.
Yeah, just a short intro before we start.
Yeah.
Just do
He was like, say, you are having that aspiration. I thought you're gonna start, and then I was like, okay, fine, let me hold.
Yeah, let's keep it natural.
Naturally.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Hi. Welcome for this wonderful podcast, and thank you, Mr. Domil Pancholi, for being present here. Handpan artist, a well-known handpan artist, and also with regard to neural marketing and technology with human behavior and everything, with vast experience with these things, science and art.
Yes.
So that's one introduction I can give you, apart from all the other technicalities that you have with your thing. Thank you for being here.
Most welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for hosting me, inviting me here to talk about music and business, as well as how we behave with the music. I personally love the way music has effects on us. So yeah, I was very keen to explore all those segments, and yeah, I'm loving it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Dhruv sir run a music academy, right?
Oh,
in
yeah.
Vadodara.
Yes. So my primary instrument was always a piano. So I'm a pianist and a keyboardist, and I have produced music for web series as well as a few short films and stuff. So I love playing piano, and I got to know about handpan 2.5 years back. So since then, yeah, I'm playing handpan.
And you're also connecting the dots between the business, music, well-being, mental well-being.
Oh, yeah.
So on and so forth. So great.
So
Yes.
So I'm happy to be with Dr. Jayant
yes.
to at least get an idea of what we are trying to get at. It's like, say, just if you want to give a topic for our discussion, basically, it is in 3 or 4 words. If you put it, human brain, our behavior, how we respond to music, and how it has affected the marketing that we're having.
Oh yes.
And then finally, with regard to the rise of technology, how are we connecting those dots per se with the music, our behavior, and then technology? This is the entirety. I think that's just, and we are here to listen to you.
Already excited on tapping on all these subjects. So yeah, let's open for questions.
Yes. And one thing I would say, thank you for this short introduction of playing this handpan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember the vague memory of me listening to a handpan was one of the Tom and Jerry sessions. It was not the one, this handpan. It was one kind of this drum, and then it had this small one, and that the Tom would be playing.
Okay, so if we are going there, before we start, I would like to talk a little bit about handpan. That you brought a very beautiful point in handpan as the instrument journey itself. So handpan is new age instrument basically. So beforehand, this shell was not there.
Not there. Okay.
Just this shell.
Okay.
And all the notes were inverse.
Okay.
And you play with sticks.
Yeah.
That's called the steel pan.
Okay.
In Africa and all those countries, they used to play steel pan. So then one couple from Switzerland, they invented this by inverting the notes on the top, and we play ghatam. Do you know ghatam?
Yeah.
So the matka, and we play over it like Man Bhatt, Panditji and stuff. So they brought ghatam here.
Okay.
So this is ghatam's sound, and this is steel pan. So because of combination of 2 instruments, now we are able to play drums and melody together, as well as harmony. Like if I just play here, so this is beats, but if I play, now the melody. So yeah, that's how this instrument like made me go crazy. That now I can play drums as well as melody as well as harmony, everything together, as well as it is meditative.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. So when you're playing this, it evokes some emotions. And the moment he heard you play this, it reminded him of Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
So we all have some personal connect when it comes to music.
Yes.
So what brings that personal connect?
So, our brain, it is technically responsible for whatever we do. In our brain, there are there are two segments, one primal and one is rational. Okay. So, one segment, which is hippocampus, the part of brain, it is responsible for memory and nostalgic feeling. Now, what happens with music is music bypasses all your rational thinking. Means your prefrontal cortex. Okay, your brain has prefrontal cortex, which is the oldest brain. It will take decisions for you that, oh, is it good for me? Is it bad for me? But it is slow. The older brain is the slower brain, but our other brain is fast paced. Okay, so it takes the impulsive decisions. So what music does is, when you see a picture, when you see a scenario, or when you look at anything basically with your eyes, okay, or taste, it still goes through all the filters of your slow brain, and then you make the decision. But with the auditory system, what happens is music goes straight into that your fast brain, and it triggers everything simultaneously, and everything at once also. So when you heard handpan, your hippocampus connected it with Tom and Jerry, and you certainly felt younger, that, oh, my kid instinct is on. Then in music, we add songs in playlist afterwards. So once you listen it, once music hijacks your brain, then you will decide that, oh, whether I like this song or not, should I skip it or not. That's when your slow brain steps in, and then it will take decisions for you. But music surpasses all the slow layers, penetrates straight into your memory, motor. So the moment I started playing beats, like, we nod our head or we tap our feet. How does that happen? Because it triggers your motor cortex also. So now your brainstem is getting signals, because your heart also pumps in a rhythm. We are biologically clocked.
Yeah.
Nothing happens like on the random tempo in our system. Everything, like blood pump into our veins, or even into our brain, or anything like blink of our eyes, everything that happens, it happens in a tempo. It happens at a speed. Whenever that speed is compromised, we have a problem, like low heartbeat, fast heartbeat. So our stem connects with music, like brain stem, and it triggers the motor cortex that do this. Then we feel like dancing and stuff. So music hijacks your brain basically. And yeah.
So music is sound, no sound, and sound.
Yeah.
So there's a silence element of silence in between. So
Yeah.
what role silence plays in the entire scheme of things?
Silence makes you more ready for the next part. It gives you space to breathe. If we are talking right now, so if I'll keep speaking up, and I'll not give you both time by giving you the silence, how the conversation will go on. So in music, silence is the most powerful aspect that a musician should practice. Like, there is, if you look music and painting, so there is one Japanese style of painting in which they keep all the canvas empty and they just draw a little figure on it, because they believe that life is larger than this painting, so they give that perspective into it. So in music also, if I'll play this, something like this, I don't have any other idea to move forward. But if I'll give it a silence, so now when I'm doing this, when I'm adding the silence, my brain has time to think about the next part. music is conversation, call and response. You cannot keep saying, you have to listen to, and to listen you have to be silent. So yeah, I think it's the saying by Mozart, like, you must know Mozart,
Of
everyone
course,
knows.
yes.
So if you look at his all the quotes, he says that my music lies in silence and not in notes. So yeah, silence has lots of power, and everyone should practice silence.
Lovely. So, John, when you saw this instrument, what was like your feeling? How did you connect with this?
Before that, the silence part, I have another interesting thing
yes,
to add.
yes.
I used to be in choirs like Western classical choirs,
Yeah.
of course, church,
Right.
basically, and then we used to do Western classical. In that, one of the professor of my college, he was the choir director. He's Professor Christopher Sherwood.
Okay.
One of the we were like say continuously singing in the practice sessions. He said like say he stopped the practice and he said like say sometimes silence is also music. He said.
Yeah.
And then it was a blow on our place. Like say okay fine. Then he controls us while he is conducting. He said like say the last no I keep my hands
Yeah.
open. It's not that your voices are not heard. Silence for humans and not for the animals.
Yeah.
So make sure that you have that decibel maintained because silence should be practiced by you while you're singing also.
Yeah.
So I want to compliment because this is one great idea that you're sharing with Mozart.
Yeah.
And also one of the directors he told me, and of course
Right.
it's integral part of it.
Yeah,
That's one
definitely,
thing.
definitely.
And to address you, sir, yeah, I think I got the science behind this instrument. How this there are the percussion is there, and also the rhythm, the
Notes,
music
yeah.
notes are also there. It's one thing where I think piano also connects with that. I think
Yes.
that's the similarity you got it.
Right.
And I like this sound is because it is so soothing.
Yeah.
And you should hear that particular music while you are listening to the rains of Lavasa.
Right.
That's a contextual setting that
Yes,
we are here in.
yes.
And I'm waiting for the rainy season because I think I got introduced to this handpan last year, the same time.
Yo,
When
wonderful.
one of our friends, who's part of this human initiative,
right.
this we were trying to implement it with music, he got introduced to Vikram.
Right.
And one of the instrument handpan player,
Yeah.
he happened to be here.
Yeah, maybe Arpit.
Arpit, I don't know
Yeah,
the name.
he
And he
was-
was playing this, and I was fascinated with the sound, the peculiarity of the sound that it has,
Yeah.
and also the resonance that it gives.
Yes.
So I am always associated with the resonance of
Hmm.
the sound that it can produce and how it soothes you.
Yeah.
And when I hear it, I think on the other performance that we were giving on the other day, one of the university programs.
Oh, yes.
Everything was after that. No, after your music, everything was with power, with beat, and everything.
Yeah.
This calmed us down.
Yeah.
So the moment of reflection, the moment of calmness it gives. So
Yeah.
I really associate with the calmness of this instrument.
Yes, so as we mentioned Vikram here, so this pan is by Mantra Handpans, and why I'm mentioning him, he is very dear friend, but as well, it takes a lot to make instrument like this, which gives you that resonance. So it needs to be a good quality also. So because I have heard many different kind of handpans, but yeah, like big thumbs up to Mantra Handpan and Vikram for we are bringing such beautiful thing into the world.
Yes, I think he's one of the best handpan makers.
Oh yeah,
actually, which is
definitely,
very nice.
definitely. He's
So, in fact, speaking of the silence, so one of my favorite quotes is "Speak only if it improves upon silence."
wow.
So, so now if I have to connect this, I'm just curious to know. So, when you have music and silence, how do you use this combination in increasing your sales, or you have?
So now we are going directly into business or what? Yeah,
I'm
let's
just
make
curious.
some money.
Yeah, let's make some money. I was just curious.
So business vertical is a like big vertical, and we know Netflix by just the dadang. Yeah, it's their IP. You cannot buy that, even it is for 1 second. It means millions and millions to them. Okay, so music in business is very essential. All top brands use music to drive their sales, and every category uses it very differently. So if we take restaurant first, Okay, so if you are serving fast food, then you will not play classical music. It will make people bored at your place because people are coming to eat burgers or pizza, right? They don't want to hear Mozart or Beethoven or Bach or Chopin or anything. They want upbeat music. So they eat fast and they go faster, and the second table can come fast. But if you will go to fine dine, then Careless Whisper is being played. You are sitting there chatting with your captain, or like for what to order, how to order, what to eat, what this will. So you want to spend more time, you play slow beat and slow music. So music can make people go fast, or even it can make people sit for longer hours. That is one use case of it. Another is focus. Now focus is subjective in every area. Like if doctor is performing an operation, I have seen that all the operation theaters operates with music. At least the operations I undergo.
Okay.
Doctor plays their favorite track, they calms their mind down, and then they do, and then they operate. So they don't get lost with their own thoughts. This is not the business, but this is the use case of music. But in the business perspective, yeah, it has been noted that music can like rise up your sales by 30 to 38 percentages in like fashion. Like okay, if we talk fashion, then if we go to fast fashion stores like West Side or Zudio or H&M, where people go there to buy some funky stuff, you will always hear Bruno Mars being played or Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You feel cool, no? You buy more clothes. Once you are at home, then you will think about, oh, what type of a pant I bought? Am I gonna wear or not? Because it will look very cool with Bruno Mars music, but when you come home in low light, you look into your own mirror and then you are judging yourself. Then your slow brain comes in. So they trigger your fast brain, like, and they make you take the decisions, and their sales goes up. So yeah.
So basically, the business houses, the brands, they use music to hijack your brain.
Music does hijack your brain every time. Music is drug.
Right. So, that's probably the reason. Sometimes when you walk in a mall, the store just feels right.
Yes.
Because the music is just right.
Yes,
And then
yes.
suddenly, when you make a purchase decision, you buy something, come home, and oh, I think something is wrong because the music is not there anymore.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So that way, again, because we have this science behind colors,
Yeah.
how a brand chooses a color.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was watching a random reel, and it was giving me lots of colors, how cinema uses colors and
Yeah.
everything. The same red for a fight scene would look more intense, and the same red for a romance scene would look more, it would be intense in a different way, and it will be
Yeah.
soothing.
Yeah.
So, as a producer,
Yes.
how do you tap, like say you said a basic structure of how people trap and tap the behavior of humans, how do you choose your own kind of music to tap at the behavior of human?
So basically, it depends on many verticals, like what the film is about. So basically, it's not me who is going to tap. It's the story and the whole narration and whole as a product, as a short film or something, it will make the perception of the consumer of or viewer that oh I it like tapped my heart. So many thing matters in that. Only music cannot do miracles. Music can change everything. Like if there is a deadly sharks video and you put thriller music into it, so it will become like, oh, this is megalodon and I'm scared and stuff. But if you put baby shark do 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 in that, so it changes context. So I'm not talking in that contrast. When the whole team sits on a project, so what type of characters are there, what is the story, what is the backstory of everyone, and then we decide that okay, what is the depth of this scene, and by analyzing that depth we finalizes the tempo first, that okay, what tempo should it be, because tempo drives the first instinct of your brain. Fast music, fast behavior, slow music, slow behavior. That is the simplest thing. Now, as a music producer or as a like musician, there are no thumb rules basically. Okay. If you have seen Squid Games, then the scene is about like very brutal. Scenes are brutal, but have you heard the music? They are kindergarten jingles, but the way they have used it, do you think that on the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star I'm going to shoot someone? So now it is giving you more chills because it is triggering innocence in you, but on the screen something different is happening. So it is very subjective basically, and only my perception will not work as a music producer. That's the first thing I have learned when I attended one master class uh, about how do you associate your sound and how do you pick up the instruments. So if we talk about Hans Zimmer, nowadays he does not use uh, instruments which are already there. Like he does not use guitar, piano. He and his friends are making larger than life size instruments, like a harp which is bigger than this room.
Okay.
Because the movie Dune, it was not about Earth. So Hans Zimmer told in his interview that how do you know that guitar will sound like this only on other planet also? It may sound different. So yeah, it basically music direction is very subjective. And first I was thinking like that, okay, so if this character comes I will play flute, but what if that character dies in the movie? Your flute can't die.
Yeah.
So you don't associate instruments and stuff to the characters, you associate it to the story, depth of the story, scene of the story, where it is being shot, what type of instruments we can take, and what is the tempo of the frame, like how it is going on.
Yeah.
And then we complement it with each other, and that's how it can work better. I cannot only work as a musician when we are working. Yeah.
This is very interesting. So now you have deep knowledge about music, how it impacts the brain and its multiple use cases.
Yes.
And you also consult businesses.
Yes.
So I'm just curious to know how this can be a career, because with everything changing so fast, even the careers are changing fast.
Yeah.
So you've picked this up as a career. So
Yeah.
can you throw some light and guide some youngsters who can
So music as a career, you mean? Or
this specific domain where it's not just playing music, but what you are doing is consulting businesses as to what music to use to increase their sales or
Yeah.
retain the customers or whatever.
So first of all, you need to be the active listener. The first thing, okay, about whoever is interested in this, they need to observe first, and observation will set them apart from others. Then all these services, like music is a very big umbrella, like you can work for multiple chains. Like I have curated playlist for a coffee shop, Curator's Coffee. I would like to mention Ankur Bhai here. He is my very dear friend. He gave me the opportunity to work out on the playlist of his coffee house, and I have worked out because when I was sitting there sipping coffee, I was not feeling the connect with the music. So you should feel it first before running to solve it. So first analyze, understand, and as a career, how this can change the market. Now with the growing market and all growing copyright stuff, they who has copyrighted their music are not allowing restaurants and cafes to play their music for free. What we can do, we can compile no copyright music, and we can provide this solution to multiple cafes and restaurants. and they uses your playlist, and you can create your own monthly subscription plan that I will revamp your music library every month, and you play this in morning, this in afternoon, this in evening, and this in night. So by sitting there and noticing the behavior pattern of the customers, that okay, in morning people are sitting for long hours, I'm not gonna put some techno track there. Otherwise the sale will go down. So that's why I opened the statement by the skill of observation, that observe what is happening, what kind of music you would like, and then make a service, and then you can pitch that to people and they will be happy to buy it. So as a career option, make a website, you can deal for hundreds of businesses at once. Like you are a cafe runner, then this is the cafe, go there, buy the pack, you get the songs, monthly revamp you will get automatically, new songs will get added. But Spotify does that same for free now.
Right. Yes.
but
Right.
but still we will come to AI, but AI is not human. It does not understand. AI lives in past, we live in present. So we know what needs to be done right now. AI can work on database basically, and it generally throws monotonous things here and there.
So, John, as a musician and academician, both, uh, what do you think? I mean, if we have to probably train our students, to take this probably as a career option, what should we do?
First of all, I agree with the statement that he told. In order to become anybody, for that matter, not even in music, but even in a business perspective, I agree with the statement that you said, like, you have to be an active listener. And that's one basic mantra for any communication skills course.
Yeah.
I think I'm dealing with that too, with MBA or BBA or anybody for that matter. And I start with this Sangam couplet, Tamil couplet. Selvathul Selvam, Sevichelvam, Achelvam Selvathul Ellam Thalai. It's by Thiruvalluvar, which means the wealth of all wealths that one can have is the auditory one. And of course, to include everybody and be inclusive, I would say, like, say, observation. That's what they meant at that time, because they were known for auditory science.
Right.
But later they went for all these other things, and now we have been more inclusive. I think observation matters a lot.
Yes,
it's active
yes.
observation, active listening. So
Definitely.
that's one part that I think, as an academician, not only in communication skills class, but also I think I reiterate it in my theories classes or any one of the digital humanities classes that I'm trying to look into it. Say, for example, it's AI, power and society, or post-human theories and digital humanities.
Yeah.
I tell, like, say, first of all, listen, observe your environment.
Yes.
If you want to apply a theory, you have to observe it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that is one thing that I take from here. And as a musician, I would say, like, say, how to make it as a career. I think, as said by you, it's not only Spotify, it is also by, I think, Lovable is one agent. It's trying to create more apps, agent-based, AI-based apps, where it is trying to curate lots of music and give it to you as a playlist.
Correct.
And of course, Spotify is giving it, and I'm paying for Spotify.
I do. I have stopped recently due to some of their issue of funding and all those stuff. So yeah, being artist. But yeah, we will go there. I have some insights over it, like about the agents and stuff, because first it triggered insecurity in all the musicians. So yeah, we will go.
All the creative guys, actually, not
all
just
the
musicians, but
all the creative
before
guys.
that, I was very curious to know. You highlighted how music is used by businesses. How can it impact, or how is it used by the people who work in the area of mental well-being, or even to increase the productivity of the workplace? How does it work?
So there are two types of music, basic. One is lyrical and one is without lyrics. Okay.
Instrumental, right?
Yeah, instrumental. So music was always instrumental. Do you believe that there was wind and trees before language came? Right? Hindi, English, Sanskrit came very later. So that's the poetry part of music. Poetry makes you feel certain way for sure, that if we will play Ranjish Hi Sahi Ghazal right now, then we three will be thinking that, oh, kya galti kar di maine. Right? So for work environment and to increase efficiency of your work environment, it is much needed to understand that whether the music should be lyrical or instrumental. If there is a big kitchen of a 5-star property, multiple chefs are working, you play lyrical music there, they will have fun, sing along and cook, because cooking is automatic. They are muscle trained now. If someone from the puncture shop, tire repair service, he will listen to lyrical music, no problem. But if we are sitting in a like sitting in an office where critical thinking is required, then lyrics will disturb your verbal skill, right? You talk with yourself when you are doing critical thing, the lyrics will hinder it. So while you are doing critical tasks in which thinking and communication is there, music should be instrumental, like data science lab or somewhere. So instrumental music will hijack your brain, but in limited way. Your neurons will not think differently, so your brain can throw 10,000 thoughts per second, because neurons are going here and there everywhere. Okay, music is the most complex exercise for brain. We enjoy because our brain runs on the maximum CPU power. It triggers all your body. You can groove, you can feel, you are being nostalgic. So it is triggering, so it is too much for your brain. That's why it increases your focus in your particular task, that your brain is now not thinking anything else. But yeah, to enhance work efficiency, as I said, lyrical and instrumental music needs to be understood. Whenever you require something more productive, critically enriched and stuff, you avoid lyrical music. You cannot put lyrical music in offices. It will change mood song by song of your employees. You get it? My point. Like, if some sad song is there, then your task 4 is dull. If karenge party, if some party song is there, then so it is not balanced. Longer work hours, you listen to some chill hip hop track or some chill ambient tracks. They have radios on YouTube for that. Like unlimited 24 hours, the song goes on, keep going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of those sea shanties. You heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Bring me the sugar and rum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da,
Yes.
da. Yeah, the drunken sailor.
The drunken sailor, that's one of it. Then bring me the sugar and rum. And so very interesting. So they're like work songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still, of course, now that era is gone where you had that hard labor on the ship. But yeah,
So they used these songs to be in sync.
It's like row a boat, fine. Row a boat. And
They sing to feel energized, and they want to feel like a team. So now your brain operates on a rhythm. Now you are giving it rhythm as a song. So now you all are in the rhythm. If I say 1, 2, 3, 4, then you will come together and yeah.
Interesting. So now, given this background and with, as you said, AI coming in, and it's not just generative AI, it's also agentic AI. How is it impacting the music industry, its use cases, and the careers?
Before that, I will also add, because recently also I used this Suno AI.
I also use it. It's all
fine.
right.
So, yeah, fine. I'm a person like say yes, of course, AI, and also I took your advice, like say we are living in the present and AI is in the past. Yes, of course, I also agree with that. Because as a human agent, we have to be there, and people are coming up with lots of music. And how are you able to tolerate first? Maybe I'm just using this word carefully here, tolerate, is because it's a very insecure space it has given. Next one is, how can we create an impact along with AI, along with, of course, technology. We can't leave technology, because if not for technology, we could have not come up with this idea of incorporating two instruments together.
Definitely.
So, how are you giving this hope in this hopeless state where most of them have left the field per se, like say nothing is going to happen or something like that? And how do you take that hope and run along with it? Adding to
Yeah.
the question.
So first thing first, you cannot be ignorant in any age. Like when sir was my age, or when my grandfather was my age, what systems music composers and directors used to record? The tape recorders, live recorder. If the mistake is there, then there is going to be mistake because it's the single take. Talking about auto tune, features like this comes generation by generation. We moved from tape recorders to computers, where you can edit your stuff, you can retake it, singers can come and go, you can record sessions differently. So it increased efficiency and convenience for everyone. Then auto tune came. Okay, so what is happening here in the new generation in equipments? Beforehand, speakers were not that efficient also, like the range of speaker, the way the speaker responds. So it was all right of losing some frequencies here and there. But as the precise speakers are now fit into the theater, like you are listening to music in 7.1 Dolby Atmos sound system and stuff, that's the time when you need your musical lines and frequencies to be precisely, like, and critically and surgically done, right? So you need things perfect. It's the demand of the industry, and such tools help us to make things perfect. And then auto tune became normal. So auto tune generally polishes the vocalist's vocals, or you can put auto tune on instruments also. If I'm playing this handpan and this note went off, maybe a slight, then what should I do? If I have a melodyne and if I have auto tune, I can pitch correct it. So that's the plus point of new generation music producer. So every generation will have something, and previous generation will, like, will not be happy about it, like they will restrict it. Same thing with AI agents, like you have mentioned the Suno music, right? So AI first came to the painters. First, Dell E, there was an agent who used to make pictures as per your description.
Okay.
So now if I want to public my music album, either I can go to someone who can understand my story and make something which is personalized, humanized version. And if I don't have time, it's okay that if I'm doing it just to put something, I will use AI and I will put something. But AI aims perfection, but like it can never touch the human dimension and human emotion when it comes to creation. So I think incorporating AI and AI agents like Suno Music. Now there is a joke of a snare sound that music producers are never happy with their snare sound. So in drums you have kick and snare.
Yeah.
So snare never fits in the mix. That's just the joke, the music,
The drummer's joke.
yeah,
Okay.
drummer joke or music producer's joke. So now with the AI you can get the exact sample which matches your track. So that's how it makes your process fast. But I am not in the support of like make the whole track with AI and just upload it. It has recently happened that one of the band which had 700k or more streams on Spotify, they were non-humans. It was just the AI band minting millions of money by streaming AI produced track.
And the consumers didn't know about it.
No. So that is unethical. And then Spotify removed all the tracks of that particular band. And so see, plus minus is everywhere, right? But We need to find a line and keep working. Like music and arts is your expression.
So, speaking of Spotify, do you think Spotify enabled with AI knows better what we want as compared to, than me?
No. Now, as we know that music is categorized by tempo or by mood, by genre. Okay. So if I am listening to hip hop, I will suggest me hip hop tracks related to same key, near tempo, same type of rhythm, right? But it will take away the random playlist surprise from
Of course.
my listening experience, right? It will keep me in a loop of hip hop, or it will keep me in a loop of classical. So is not a super machine kind of a thing that can understand what is going inside us.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But do you think it's possible going ahead? I use Spotify not just to recommend music, but even to control my environment and manipulate me.
It is doing that already.
It's already doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's the recent conference I attended. It was on anthropology of technologies. One of the Christ campuses,
Yeah.
Ashwinpur campus, organized it under English and Cultural Studies department, and I attended it. We had a talk on one of the plenary sessions where the particular researcher was talking about the cybernetic systems.
Oh.
How you have an input, and it is in an eternal loop. That's
Wow.
it.
Right.
How are like say I think we were having the chat like how Instagram works.
Yeah.
The doom scrolling happens with that same cycle of information that's been recycled. That's where
Yeah.
I'm just agreeing you with the database that we have already set it up.
Yeah.
Past.
Right.
And so it is lingering on the past, which is controlling your future also.
Yes.
So past, present, and future has been controlled by the past.
Yeah.
And that is the cybernetic network system that we are having.
Oh, right. Correct.
And that is where it is contributing also, like what you said, hip hop, again hip hop.
Yeah.
So
It will keep you in a similar mood. Like, see, machines can never replace humans creatively. It can take over your monotonous task. If creativity is done by machines, what we will do?
But that's exactly what's happening. I can use the generative AI tools to write poems, make paintings.
But that poem can be perfect,
Yes.
but it will never be yours.
Yeah.
You can write a whole story. So why we use such agents to write for us? Because we are not good in writing in meter. You have some lack of like maybe knowledge about writing stuff, or we are not good with the vocabulary, so we are taking help of AI to make my poem in a flow. But I think that's what we need to understand. Machines are making us feel insecure, and it demands perfection at every point. Now everyone demands perfection, but no, we should not aim that. That's what I can say.
So, do you think we are losing our creativity in this whole hyper optimized environment?
Yes,
we are losing.
we are. We don't have focus. We don't have like persistence, or we are not like before.
In fact, probably like you probably would have experienced it today in my class. I had given my students an assignment, and suddenly Wi-Fi was not working.
okay.
And students were helpless. They didn't know what to do. Sir, internet not working. How do we do our assignment? And
Yeah.
so we're reaching that level. So
Dependency has reached its peak, and it will go far beyond this, and it's little scary, to be honest.
No, I think to complement it, but I have a different of opinion. Like say, not say I'm just not agreeing with the point where it is, because I also have this quote of my professor and friend. He said, like say, AI is AI for lots and I for hots.
Okay.
AI is for lower order thinking skills, and I for higher order thinking skills.
Yes.
How higher order thinking skills, critical thinking and creative thinking is me.
Yeah.
I can be the only person and
Correct.
cannot replace human agency at all.
Yes.
And but somewhere down the line, when the entire world and the entire top stratum of the world, the capital world, is trying to enforce this, you have to be so perfect, when it is being a prosthesis for a normal human being, and I can agree that. But of course, one point is that for an AI to go process it, idea is me.
Yeah.
yes, that's true.
Correct.
And that's where you are also aligning towards it,
Yeah.
because the idea is always imperfect.
Right, right.
So
right.
make sure that your idea is always imperfect and it is there.
Correct, correct. You need to be yourself. Otherwise, you will get crunched down in the pressure of perfection. Now, let me come to AI again. There was a trend of Ghibli art
Yeah.
from Japan, right? In which they did the Doraemon and all those anime, right? It came very fast. Everyone was making their Ghibli on ChatGPT. How fast it went. AI can give you spikes, but it can never give you the stagnant
The plateau, the
place
stability.
to, yeah, the stability.
Yes.
That happened with underground music, electronic music as well. In electronic music, people used to find their own sounds, record artists, and then make house songs and deep house and electronic dance music, which Martin Garrix plays and stuff. So in that techno and deep house and ethnic house and all those oriental music, they were so good and they were so separate from each other that it was easy. It was like we were very easily able to distinguish that what is what genre. Okay, what happened once this samples and AI and stuff came? Now the whole genre sounds like same. Every artist started like sounding same. So now people are skipping that genre as whole. And who is sustaining now? Those who are coming up with their own new sound. And that AI cannot do because it
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it does not know that what needs to be created. It can only analyze and give you. So yes, it can create a very good merger of cross genres by understanding patterns that we can neglect or we won't be able to notice. It can go deep into it and it can give us the cross genre sounds and we can make fusion songs out of it and stuff. So yeah, it is an agent. Come on, it is not your owner.
But then, given what AI can do, uh, what do you think? Is it possible that the music can be weaponized and manipulate everyone under the disguise of well-being, mental well-being? Is that a possibility?
Talking about a totalitarian system.
Absolutely, yes. Because business is already doing it to increase sales and manipulating you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So
probably,
that's when ethics comes into the picture.
Ah.
And it is subjective. But
So-
music and art has the power to change the perspective for good, for bad. Yeah, so we have to be careful of what we are consuming,
Yes.
especially in this fast generation.
so
era.
technically it's possible, and that's where the
People are already doing it.
guardrails come in. Yeah.
So first hand music was tuned to 432 hertz, which
Yes.
was known as a universal hum, right? Then in the name of easy tuning, they brought it to 440 hertz, which is not soothing for our soul, it is soothing for our ears. But 432 is soothing for our soul. So yeah, stuff is already happening since years, but I think and I believe that people will go back to roots always. They will feel bored with all the monotonous system or manipulative systems. That's why now people are again after human connection, meeting meeting people in retreats, going somewhere in nature.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Like instruments like handpan is coming into the picture.
So this is speaking of ethics. How do we draw the line, between control, music being used for control, and music being used as a personalization?
I think, like, who am I to set the line of ethics, right? If I will do it, then it will be for my business. But now brands are using multiple strategies to boost their sales. We are in the generation of that. So I think whatever is best for humanity, everyone should aim for that and keep their ethics
But
in
speaking of
line-
humanities, John, from a digital humanities perspective, which is your area of expertise, what do you think?
I'm not an expert per se because there are so many people to go forward with striking the chord on that. But ethics, I also have the same question, and I asked the same question in the class when we were dealing with the theories and everything. All said and done, it comes to a point called ethics.
Yeah,
Ethics is entirely different from the morality that we are trying to talk in the setup.
right.
Morality is so perspective, so relative that today my morality would stick on to something and tomorrow it will change.
Correct.
But ethics should be a policy
Yeah,
that is more inclusive than the morality because it's more
correct.
exclusive.
Correct.
That you're
Correct.
trying to, I think, touch here.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That yeah,
So
correct. Thank you.
I think I have the same perspective. Who am I to first
Yeah,
preach ethics?
correct. Because I have tried doing that.
Oh,
As an idealist myself, I believe that oh, this should be like this should be like this. If this is not like this, then this is wrong. But then I got to know that oh, come on, it's mine. Only my imaginary lines of thinking, and those are my ethics. So when people come to me, I'll operate as per my morality and my ethics. But yeah, so the brands fail also because of low ethics and stuff. Yeah, we can talk about it, why not? So yeah, so if you want to go for long run, then no one else can decide morals and ethics of your company except you as the CEO. And that's when yeah,
so do you think brands in future will design emotions rather than products using
Yes.
music?
so sir, we are living in future. So if you look at the concerts in current time, let's keep all business brands one side and let's just talk 1 minute for only music. That if you see concerts nowadays, they don't call it concert, they call it experience. People are buying experiences only, they don't want to buy the old school concert way of attending a show or anything. Like if you go to a perfume experience. So people don't use event as a tag now anymore. They connect experience with everything and the ticket price goes up. And they so yeah, so experiences, yes. So brands will use experience method more than the product because products are saturated, everything has so many products. Why I should come to you? It is all about how you treat me or what type of experience you give me while I'm buying or consuming your stuff.
So will silence be a premium experience at some point? What do you think? There's so much
That's why
noise
we are
around.
here in Lavasa.
I think.
So silence, yes, it
Yeah, actually,
will.
you're right. I mean, we are in Lavasa because we love silence.
Yeah,
Kind of silence, I think.
kind
So
of
it's a
silence.
perspective of a silence. So it is not a
but we
noise.
cannot survive in ultimate silence, you know that.
Yes, there's an experiment with Microsoft. They have some room,
yes.
which is, and then they pay you some prize money if you
The record
survive.
is maybe 47 minutes, or I'm not aware of it. I am not 100% sure, but this is the experiment. So we cannot be in ultimate silence. We can be with the white noise and like cricket sounding and birds chirping. That's peaceful environment for human as a human in our prefrontal cortex, because that gives us sense of security. Not factories and stuff. So no one likes to be around factories anyways. So yeah, silence is the ultimate.
Right. Now, this question is for both of you. So when I say, given a choice, what would you choose? The human curated imperfection or AI optimized perfection? Or a human curated perfection, imperfection kind of a combination, okay, where you have some mistakes, but it's still beautiful, vis-a-vis AI generated optimized perfection.
You want to go first or you want
Yeah, you go first. There.
He's having this silence here and I'm too
Uncomfortable silence. Yeah, okay.
But the point is really, I think the way in which we balance it out is most important for me, I would think. I'm saying, like, say, sometimes, no, you prepare all the, I used to give it to certain people who come for MC practice and all. If they approach me, I tell, you can generate your script from AI. You can have the speech script in your hand. But what makes it organic?
Yeah.
You have a perfect script in your hand. The delivery is you.
Yes.
So it is a balance between perfection and imperfection. The delivery is always imperfect. Like whatever we are trying to do, we have worked on something.
Yeah.
We have brainstormed something. Yes, of course, that is perfection. And whatever we are trying to do here is
There are
in that
elements of imperfection.
So
That's what make it human.
yeah.
And to continue that, I feel to live, and I love to live my life more human and more imperfectly than living under the pressure of perfection. It is required. If I'm recording something, I need to put out my video. If I'm working for some producer, when there is perfection needed, then it must be delivered. But life is not perfect any which ways. So yeah, people should not demand perfection from each other by being influenced with technology. That you should always be empathetic to give room of errors to other human. That's what I think makes most out of it. Yeah.
Interesting. So, we discussed about what music is, how it impacts the brain,
Yeah.
and then how we use that impact for mental well-being, for increasing your ROI on your sales, right? And how even how you can use it to manipulate, probably, or even weaponize it, probably,
Yeah.
right? And that could impact your democratic or whatever systems, political systems, right? And now how technology can become a catalyst either ways, either to weaponize music or really manipulate you or enhance your creativity. So I think the music, we all agree that it has always shaped a human emotion. And now we are entering an era where intelligence and not just creativity shapes music. It's always a combination
Yeah.
that we are using. And the real question is now who shapes whom? Now, is it AI which will shape my creativity, or my creativity which will shape the technology? So what do you think? The last few closing thoughts.
Yeah. Again, we're not going for the silence, right? Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, you can go first. Then I'll add into it. Yeah. I want to summarize it.
Yeah, sure. Of course. So we have this constant fear, sir.
Yeah.
Of course. Something is gonna optimize and influence us always. And I think it is not only technology, it was another human being per se, or nature at times, or anything. But all said and done, from the primitive experiences that we have in our collective unconscious, is that one way or the other way, even though there is an influence from any said parameter or a paradigm in the society, we had, I think, somehow try to understand it. I think the core value is in the ways in which we observe, as you mentioned, and understand it. So I think this would become the foundation for us to provide something or to experience something.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to understand it, who is now making it? Because sometimes AI's involvement can optimize your thinking.
Yes.
It can give you sparks here and there. And then you will come up with, okay, fine, I missed that. Let me use this and try it. So that way I understood AI. And AI, I know, tries to understand my writing, my production, and it gives and it alters. So I think we have to be an ambivalent person.
Yeah.
Or interdependence per se. It is not always dependence and independence. It is interdependence.
Interdependence is the key, I believe. Because as I say, the first thought is always yours. Otherwise, AI will never know.
True. Correct. Yes, that's true.
So it's us who are shaping AI.
Yeah.
Technically. Because without our data, it is nothing. The more we feed, the more it knows about ourselves. So we are shaping AI, and I think that in very near future it will start shaping things also for us. So yeah, it
So I
will
think-
go here and there, where we need to be present in the moment. And yeah,
So, I mean, the ideal scenario is when I ask this question, who shapes whom? The ideal scenario is we should always be in a position to shape what AI does and not vice versa. But vice versa will happen
Yes.
if we stop thinking critically and give into
Yeah.
the like we always become overtly dependent on the technology.
Yeah.
In fact, I was watching a podcast where he was talking about whatever you do, there is a what, how, and why. So what and how probably the technology can take care of. But if you're clear on why, then the technology can never rule you.
Yeah. Definitely.
So you have to be very clear on your why.
Yes.
Then I think you will be in a safe space and use technology and not get used by the technology.
Yeah, the way we are getting used by our mobile phones.
Absolutely. Yes. but if I know why I'm using it,
Yeah.
and I'm very aware and clear about it all the time,
Yeah.
then the mobile will never use me.
Yes, yes.
So I
yes,
think
definitely.
that awareness inside us always has to be there. The moment you lose it, technology will take over you,
Yes,
your
yes,
life.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Great. Thank you very much. So I just hope that everybody listening, they do not let the technology use them.
Yeah.
And we don't lose our creativity. We are always clear on our why
Yes.
all the time, and let technology help you to take care of the what and the hows.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank
What
you.
a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And to have a conversation like this, and where we are situated, like say hub of analytics we call, and there, speaking of analytics, business,
Yeah.
we are also commenting on humanities. So
Yes.
I think that's
on a very
one-
creative subject called like music.
Music, yes, of course, music.
Beautiful. So can we have a small?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. Before and really thanks to you, Jan sir, and thanks to you, John sir. And I'd like to say thanks to whole Christ Lavasa for setting up everything beautifully and inviting me. So ending this with the
Beautiful
performance.
some notes from you.
Yeah.
Creating music together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.